What's up, everyone? Today, short stream. I've got work today, but I wanted to get as much work done on this physics engine that I'm building that I possibly can. I need to grab a book. Back. So, yesterday, I did a lot of reading of this book here. Game Physics Engine Development. And so I learned a lot. I learned what I want to add to this 2D engine, which is so gravity should be the first thing that we add, and I want to add a spring to it. I want to add something that looks like fireworks. Something that simulates ballistics, which I've done before. I read about fireworks and how that works. That's going to be a interesting project with this. A little bit of particle physics, basically. And then I would like to add a system to fling objects across the map. So far what I have is this. I can drag them around, basically. So that's literally it. I have the ability to select and deselect, which I'd need to change around to be able to only select one. I want to add a little box on the top left, like a debug box to increase values for each object. I think that's as far as I got. Yeah, because I'm on part 2. I would like some sort of system for these to interact with each other as well. It was almost bad. So, looking at the code, I'll go over what I have right now. What's up, Luke? How are you doing? Thank you for the good luck. So, going over the code of what I have right now. So I have an entity, it's an entity system for spawning objects. And but I did my best to keep the code as clean as I possibly can for this project. My last project, the code was a little iffy and all over the place. And so one of the goals of this project is to keep everything clean as I possibly can. So we have it's an entity system. When you construct an entity, you need the name of the object, position of the object in space, the size, the weight, and the color. And for now, it can create squares. In the future, which I think I'll work on right now, is the ability to also create like circles. And I just have to think out, because a circle and a square are very, very different. To create a circle, you just need a position in space and a radius, and that creates a circle. But creating a square, you need position in space as well as the size of the rectangle. And then well, that's a square, and then a rectangle you do different. So you know, I'm thinking I don't really have to change anything here. The way I have it now, size is here, and then I guess we could pull radius from there. I mean, nobody's gonna program for that or like what I do, because I know how it works. Put my chat up on my other monitor. There we go. All right, we're good there. Loading. So now when triangles come in, that's where I'm. Where to create a triangle. The most basic level, we need 3 vectors. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough make from the entity. You know? Yes, I'm using Visual Studio. Yes, I would not recommend VS Code at all, unless you're like a professional in the profession and you need to use it because your job requires it, or you're well into developing and understand it. Because VS Code, you also need to get like min.gw and all that bullshit, and it's more confusing. But Visual Studio 2022, download it, start it up, you're done. Much better. Music on. Okay, I'm gonna set a timer for 1 hour. Go. Just draw. Let's attempt to draw, sir. Have its position be 700, 700. Size, just make it 100. Weight of the circle. Color, let's make it blue. In the entity class, create a function. Why? Why is that to draw like it's an oval? Play around with that. And size. That left click control is going to be a little off. Sure. Okay, so in the logic, position.x. There we go. So it's in from the middle going down. How can I make it so that if it's a circle, I can just make its own like rectangle and then circle. Oops. Correct. I also want to change the name of drop block. Okay, good. Should still run. Check, make sure. Yes, okay. So this logic here is what we need. Duplicate. Control circle. Okay. Static vector 2. F. Keep that variable the same. And then if mouse button left aim. Okay. X. So how? I probably might need some help on this one. How do I know? So what I'm drawing here is a square to be able to like interact with rectangles. And I'm using size. But how do I do this if there's like a radius center point? ChatGPT. So what we're doing with this project, first we're going to start with a 2D physics engine, like a 2D basic physics engine, and then we're going to move it into 3D. And the goal of both projects is to make something very clean in code, very readable. In 3D, I want it to be third-person view rather than first. Okay. Mouse button left. Distance. Not POW floats. I'll be able to power. Oh, let's finish and then maybe it'll fix itself. Oh, because we're not putting the power in there. Equal to size. button down. Else. Okay. And a circle does need two. And what is the offset? Okay. Doesn't. The radius. That might be our mess up there. Yeah. Size, not position. Size is 100, position is 500. That's a big mess up there. You can see library it. Okay. If distance is less than equal to size, is true, and the offset equals position. Dragging. Position x equals it. Y equals minus offset. Go again. There we go. A little calculation. Okay, so now we can drag all the objects, apply gravity to all the objects. And something the book taught me is that I need to apply physics in a separate class. Which makes sense. Because they even put it on a separate thread too in the book occasionally. But that does make sense because so the way I'm thinking I should style everything from here on out is that entities have only entity specific stuff. So things like height, width, position, weight, I think velocity, no, because that's a physics. The physics, could also But then the physics itself, the physics class, can just have the entity fed into it. So this way, when we make our code, systems are different and the code is cleaner. And then we use things like getters and setters through this separate class, physics class, in order to interact with our entity. And we can feed them in through either pointers or references. I think I'm going to use references because I have no intention of deleting at any point the objects. And I feel like why you would use a reference over a pointer. Sorry, why you would use a pointer for an entity specifically rather than a reference is if you have an enemy that you can kill and delete. Because pointers have their systems for deleting themselves on the stack memory. But because I have no intention of deleting any entities, we're going to use references. I'm thinking in the future, like if I was to make a game with an entity system, I feel like pointer would be the better one to use in general, even if I have no intention of deleting. Just because it would be easier to use. We're using references for this. Let's create our class. Name is going to be physics. Public. Private. So I'm thinking constructor-wise. I'm thinking constructor-wise if we should include any constructors in here. Yeah, I think we should. No, I don't. Should we add any constructor values to our physics? Let me think for a second. We're gonna ask ChatGPT. Using entity class and physics class separate. Oh, you know what? When we create the physics, we should constructor should. Oh, we're gonna have to create a vector or an array for all of our entities. I'll be a vector. So later we can create more, and then that's what we're gonna have to feed. Like a vector. Can't type today for entity. Entity. Why is it using a pointer? Yeah, so tell me I could either feed it in construction, and then that would allow me to make a very, very simple like void update delta time. We're doing something like this. Vector. Okay, and then void physics update. So it's something like this for auto reference auto reference of entity keys. That's what it tells me I can do, which makes total sense, makes the code so much easier to handle later in the future. It'll just literally apply all the update logic to every single thing. But it's telling me I need to do something like this. The vector needs to be fed here rather than in the main, which is interesting. I feel like it should honestly be in both. But it's telling me to feed it in as a pointer too. You know what? We're doing it. We're gonna get some practice on pointers for this project. I need. Of course, going to feed this. We're gonna need to feed the vector before the constructor. Makes sense logically. Oh, it's giving me a component-based design too. This is for much bigger projects. I don't need to... Why run when I don't know how to walk yet, you know? I just need to double check that I'm working 2 hours, not 1. I work in 2 hours and I have to leave work in 2 hours. Work in 2 hours, we're good. Yeah, so it's telling me you need the vector here. It's a pointer. And then we're going to create physics. T to correct? No. Oh, the dereference goes up. Vector of entity is duh. We haven't actually made the constructor. Okay, and the constructor is going. Does it need to be con? Oh, it keeps a constant type, I think. Do it this way. I, yeah, so that would keep the entities constant and not be able to change the entity, I think. And putting const here would... You can't change the type from vector. That's just a thought. I don't know if that's 100% sure or not. Okay, and then... Boom, and then entities... Yeah. We're constructing physics with entities. Just a little check. Be a dot or would it be a... Right. So this should run through the for loop and print off the entity. Giving me memory. Oh. That should work. It does. Sweet. Getting some pointer practice in. Something I desperately need. Yeah, the arrow. Yeah. Okay. How you doing, Katach? Good to see you. Yeah, okay. It's good. It's good. Getting some pointer practice in this time. Alright. Gravity. We need a system of gravity. Hmm. Okay. So people say that the gravity amount in games is very different from real life. Real life being 9.8 meters per second. I don't want to. I don't know if I just want to apply a consistent variable as gravity in this, or if I want to apply actual calculations and formulas. There's two ways that I could see I could do this. Is that I could use an actual formula, and then later on, when I add things like drag, then I can apply drag to that formula. But also at the same time, I could just make a consistent variable for gravity, and then when I add drag, I could just add drag to that consistent variable. Well, first let's add gravity. Step by step. First thing we need is gravity, sure. Let's spell gravity correct. So gravity is going to also need velocity in the form of a float. So we need velocity. Already passing in delta time. We don't need to pass it in through gravity. It'll just be like addition dot y minus e. Interesting why that doesn't work. Oh, we need the new position. We separate this out. We don't. I don't think we're using set. No, we are using set position. Here. We need to clean this. We create our own. Oh. Need a completely city position.y get.y. I think that's dot, is it? Should only be arrows because we're using pointers. Minus equals. Why? What? Why is this not modifiable LVAL? Look first. Yeah, we can do it that way. So why? Oh, velocity doesn't have a value. That actually might have been it. Get position dot walk. Correct? No. Should be a modifiable L value. We're getting a modifiable L value. I mean, it says we're not. We probably aren't. Position. Get position. That's probably float to vector. Ah. Oh. Modifiable L value. It is. Get modifiable. Syntax? Am I fucking the syntax up? Make sure it even fucking works. Be sure we apply it. Yeah. Works. Plus equal. Plus equals velocity. This. I'm gonna chat GPT. That's fucking confusing me. I feel like I'm doing it correctly in my head, but I guess I'm not. This. Okay. It would literally have to be. Okay, we're gonna figure out how to like. Does it work? It works. We don't need to chat GPT this. Okay. I think I know what we can do. Something like new get dot y plus equal velocity. I don't even know why I'm doing this, because we don't have to, because we're just applying velocity. I mean, there was something in my head a second ago that made me think that it would Right back. Check my timer before I. All right, we're back. Think about delta time needs to be consistent. We're gonna fall faster. Okay. Okay. Timer just went off. Good solid hour of coding. Not going to stop yet. What's up? You welcome. This is not anywhere close to as smart as the potential. But if you want to get to where I'm at right now, just practice. Practice every day. Find resources that will teach you and be consistent. Anybody can get here. This is pretty low on the potential of where people can get. Doing that. Would it be minus? I don't think it would be minus. No, it wouldn't be minus. Addition x plus. I never heard of SDO. But you're not gonna learn something in a week. It takes a while. Development tool that developers use to access low-level hardware components like audio, keyboard, mouse, and joystick inputs. Interesting. Oh, SDL C++ library. Okay. Yeah, just keep practicing, dude. Like I think it took me 6 months to just understand like logic, like if else loops, classes, to a level that like it kind of clicked. And I still feel like it hasn't really even like clicked. I think OpenGL is actually kind of tough, honestly. I'm using Raylib for this project. I would like to move into OpenGL eventually. For now, though, I just want to create some stuff in Raylib. Raylib is a really easy to get introduced to library. What's up, you Jawal? Thank you. Thank you for the good luck. Try it without the size and see. Position.egg. So I'm trying to restrict game bounds and with this code right here, but it's not happening properly. Oh, I know what I'm. Takes height and then rookie mistake. Okay. Now we should be able to do this. Or position.y is equal to position.y is on the top. Or 2 8 y. Well, height. Oh, duh. Equal to. Oh. I think I've done this before. In height.y. Why is this class? Okay. Heads up, I only got about 3 more minutes of time before I have to okay, today. Before I have to go, 'cause I have to work. I appreciate y'all coming in though. I'm gonna create the clamp circle, and then gotta finish this first though. I think I have to do 4 separate if statements here. I do not work in the industry now. I would like to. One of my goals. For now though, I'm in school as well. I'm self-taught, but I'm in school. And then after I graduate, I'll start looking for, or while in school, I'll start looking for internships. The goal is to become a video game developer. That's my dream. I want to develop the physics systems of modern day video games. I'll get there. It's just a matter of working hard. I have no issue doing it. Okay. I know there's a better way to if statement. Like a cleaner way. We will get there. We definitely will get there. What's up, Seamus Kills? Seamus Kills? Yeah, so you have a couple of options for libraries for drawing on the screen. I use Raylib. Some people use OpenGL. Others, I know there's another one that I haven't touched at all. I would recommend that you use Raylib. If you're still very early in learning C++, you should not focus on video game development. You should focus on other things to learn syntax. But that doesn't mean you can't dip your toes in it. The library I use is called Raylib. Vulkan, you're right, Vulkan. This library right here, Raylib.8. I can actually link you the website. So it's mainly a C library. However, it supports C++. From Pygame, P5J's GameMaker Studio 2, so I'm not used to low-level, to be fair. Well, if you understand Pygame, you're going to understand Raylib. Two very similar libraries. I did a bunch of games in Pygame before I switched to C++. Okay, so if I did this correctly, then when I move this rectangle, it should not move out of the screen. Nope. Minus. Okay, so if I did this correctly, it shouldn't move out of the screen. Yeah, there we kind of go. Works there. Really? No, I don't think they have to be out. Might try it after I learn a bit more about C++. There's some things I don't understand. Yeah, smart. Give it some time. I mean, a lot of Raylib is literally just if else. Maybe a loop here or there. Got a for loop here for my physics. A big part of Raylib though is classes. So if you don't understand classes, then just practice until you understand how object-oriented programming works in C++, and then you're golden. You're welcome. I will stream as much as possible. I can't give you a specific streaming schedule. However, I can guarantee when I do stream, it will be during these hours. So, if you were to subscribe and want to watch more streams, then check back around this time, and chances are really good I'll be streaming, even if it's a short stream like today. Gotta figure this out. Of position.y plus greater than or equal to screen height. And y. Oh, it's this should work. No. Okay, position.x. Yeah, it's plus. Plus here. It's not subtraction. Okay, position x plus size x. The whole length of the rectangle. It's greater than or equal to screen width then position x will equal screen width. Position x plus size x. I think this is correct. This makes sense in my mind. No. Don't tell me I have to chat GPT this. This is basic. X plus size x. Screen width. Maybe I'm just trying to clamp the rectangle on the screen. It clamps on the left and it clamps on the top. So it won't clamp on these. On the bottom or the right. It should be like very, very, very simple. I've done this before. I had to set it to screen width minus size. Yes, I did just try that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Perfect. I guess I didn't try that. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so now, I even have a tutorial to do this on my channel. I just fucking, oops, forgot. Alright, we gotta do the logic for the circle now. Circles, I don't fully understand circles well enough. Width, position, greater than or equal to screen. So size and position greater than or equal to screen width. That would be what I have here. I'm using Raylib for this. Circle should basically be the same as the rectangle code, given that the lack of corners can never touch the edges. Yeah, you're right. But we would, you know that. Let's try it on the circle. Maybe. I feel like radius should have its play. Oh yeah. Oh, there. Yeah, so it's different because the x coordinate of the circle is in the middle, rather than for the shapes it's on the top left. Which it would be very similar code. However, these two would definitely change. Circle center plus radius if outside screen then. Yeah, there we go. Hope with that. Oh yeah. I understand that. Okay. So position y minus size dot y. Position y equals y, and then these here would be screen width. I got 4 minutes to figure this out. These are correct. Yes, those two are correct. And those two are broken. These two are broken. Okay. Position x plus size x is greater than screen width. So there is a weird way how I'm calculating. Yeah, so there's a weird way how I create circles using my entity system. Because I don't have radius when I create an entity. I'm using size.x to create the circle. I'll tell you when y is out of range. Screen. Perhaps also consider making the constructor of circle accept a radius. Is passing to the superclass a size vector with both x and y being radius. Usually when creating circles using code. Fuck, gotta go. I'll figure it out when I get home. Appreciate you guys coming in. Chances are pretty good I'll be streaming tomorrow. I don't see a reason why I wouldn't. We're gonna get this figured. And then we'll have gravity and we'll have the ability to click and drag. From there, I'm not sure what else to add. Take care, everybody.